Welcome to True Lies and Crimes, where narratives twist like the most intricate puzzles, and the truth is never straightforward. This unsettling world beckons you to delve deeper, to unmask motives withheld, and to tread the labyrinth of human emotions that follow each piercing revelation. True Lies and Crimes isn't merely a show, it's a conduit for true crime fanatics, daring them to question their assumptions and dissect every shadowy corner of the narrative. Trust forms the bedrock of our lives. It holds the unseen threads between friends, neighbors, and even strangers. It reassures us, drives our peace of mind, and nurtures our aspirations. But when trust is ruptured, the repercussions can shake a community to its core. This is the chilling tale of deception, where confidence becomes a currency, wielding power over the unsuspecting. Meet Richard Davis, a man with enticing charm and ambitious dreams, whose presence in an unsuspecting town outside Oklahoma City would unravel the fabric of trust that held the town together. Richard Davis was not always the man to fear. His descent into infamy was marked by incremental steps and fateful decisions. Initially arriving with open hands and dreams in his eyes, Davis's vision soon turned murky. On a solitary night, transfixed by a Hollywood thriller that depicted the alluring prowess of con artists, Richard gleaned a grave lesson. Perception held a power that could be manipulated to one's advantage. Determined to emulate the operatic deception he witnessed, Richard conceived of a grand business, a luxurious event management company catering to the elite, complete with corporate retreats and exclusive gatherings. In truth, Richard knew nothing of such ventures but understood the importance of creating an illusion so seamless that questioning it was unfathomable. Mingling in community events with a calculated smile, Richard became a fixture among the social circles, diligent in his observation and strategic in his conversations. He identified his marks meticulously, selecting those within the townsfolk, individuals thirsting for opportunity and wealth, who would yearn for more. Here, friendly faces became pawns, clueless to the deception that encircled them. With precise planning, Richard's narrative crystallized. His self-assured declarations, "I'm working on a revolutionary project," accompanied by knowing looks, captivated his audience. Crafting a digital facade complete with grand imagery and fabricated testimonials, he seemed to promise the allure of high returns and exclusive partnerships brewing in secret. The sweet promise of success first caught Tom Carter's attention, a local businessman eager to diversify his finances. Richard's spell was potent, convincing Tom to invest $50,000, believing he was stepping into the future of business. Fired by this early triumph, Richard's ambitions soared. He scoped out new targets, seducing them with eloquently spun tales, enticing them with the prospects of unparalleled profit. One by one, members of the community handed over their fortunes, growing Richard's fictitious empire to nearly $2 million. Yet the glitzy facade masked a deceit as deep as it was extensive. No real business, no clients, nor deals. Just an extravagant mirage that financed Richard's luxurious new reality. For some time, the ruse thrived, opposition silenced beneath a blanket of well-crafted fibs. However, resilience is a staple of those with suspicion. Among those was Steve Jackson, versed in real estate, and versed now in delayed promises and nebulous plans. His confidence in Richard's vision waned with time, his queries about tangible progress repeatedly dodged by slippery replies. Followed closely by Linda Harper, it was her own intuition coupled with Steve's probing that cracked the first major fissure in Richard's constructed world. She, too, had invested heavily, seduced by visions of grandeur, now bitterly unsatisfied with stalled, finalized contracts and ignored messages. Driven by logic and a need for truth, Linda allied with Steve, pooling their findings and demolishing the illusion one falsehood at a time. Once the word spread, Richard's empire of deceit started crumbling around him. Confronted by a disillusioned congregation of investors, he spun desperate tales of imminent breakthroughs and bargains. But the mass deception had reached its terminus. Trust irrevocably dismantled as one by one, they approached law enforcement. The grand performance deteriorated, and his charm evaporated under the glaring scrutiny of the authorities. Investigations unearthed the dismal reality. Not only were the funds misappropriated, but Richard's claims, a stellar degree and extensive experience, were fictitious. Imposters often hide in plain sight, but Richard's performative disguise was unraveled. Aware of his impending downfall, Richard's flight attempted to pause the inevitable, but he was apprehended quickly, the community's anger turning visibility into his enemy. The trial painted a stark picture, illustrating an extensive scheme for wealth born from hubris and deceit. The misuse of $2 million in investments left personal battles in its wake. Financial ruin, borrowed fortunes unrepaid, all casualties of one man's self-serving dream. In court, emotional testimonies from victims highlighted the personal trauma endured. The elderly, once secure in retirement, faced the prospect of starting anew. Single parents drowned in debts that dreams failed to repay, each recalling losses far greater than financial ruin. With Richard sentenced to 12 years incarceration, the townspeople began the arduous journey of rebuilding from the wreckage. Betrayal's echoes, while painful, inspired transformation. Efforts focusing on safeguarding against future missteps brought a renewed focus on financial literacy. Cautionary tales shared to prompt awareness. Gathered strength formed a network of survivors, supporting one another emotionally and financially, demonstrating that even amid deception, the capacity to endure thrives. From the ashes of shattered trust emerged newfound tenacity, proof that adversity spurred reinvention. Richard Davis's story imparts an unsettling caution. Appearances mask intentions, and real trust is fragile yet vital. For true crime aficionados, dissecting these dramas feeds a curiosity beguiled by human complexity. Delve deeper, question further. What shadows lie beneath glossed-over narratives? As Richard's tale unfurls, we are reminded, trust, when offered prematurely, can exact a heavy price. This lesson echoes, discerning the genuine from the fraudulent demands diligence. The fabric of trust, though torn, provides the patchwork upon which communities rebuild. Richard's short-lived fulfillment ended behind bars, a stark reminder of shortcuts gone awry. This has been True Lies and Crimes, a testament to the keen eye and questioning mind, the tools of the trade for every true crime fan venturing into a world riddled with intrigue where stories promise excitement, revelation, and caution.